Hi guys, this is Born Without Boundaries, your daily tarot card reading, TGIF. Happy Friday to all of you. I hope you have a fabulous weekend to look forward to. I know that I do. I'm with my little beauty right there. You can see her. Say hi, everyone. Isn't she beautiful? She's beautiful, right? That's my little baby. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys so much for all your support throughout the week. I really appreciate it. The readings are all doing very well. If you're looking for zodiac sign specific readings, I have a premiere channel, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, over on YouTube. Please go check it out and subscribe. I do 12 readings every single week over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot and on Born Without Boundaries Vimeo, which houses the extended readings and the romance readings. So I hope you guys can go and subscribe and enjoy all of that content on both of those places. Thank you so much for your constant support. I know I'm a little bit late today. There's been a lot going on. There's just been a lot going on, and I'm really, I'm glad that it's kind of like coming to an end now, and I can sort of open up my week and, or open up to the weekend. Very, very grateful for that. Anyway, the color of the day is pink, and the moon is now in Aries. So if you feel sort of defensive, confrontational, or maybe just a little pop offish, that's the moon in Aries. Don't worry, it's only there for 2.5 days. We're going into a week, the weekly astrology forecast is going to be up on my second channel, Astrology Motivation. So please go check that one out too. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Go check that channel out too, because I'm about to post the weekly astrology forecast where I do a day-by-day play-by-play about the energies that are going to sort of impacting all of us, complete with mantras to help focus that energy, and that comes out on Saturday mornings. I know nobody's really up to enjoy it on Saturday mornings, but it's there, so check it out, you know, as soon as you're able to. Yeah, because I've been doing it, I understand the energies coming up next week, and holy crap, man. If ever exes came out of the closet, or not even just exes, I think what's really particular about next week is it's not just about exes. It's about your relationships of the past, the dynamics of them, why you made the choices that you did, and sort of a review of, okay, so what have you learned? Because it's a very romantic, kind of ooey gooey week. And as soon as Mars leaves Cancer it's interesting because Mars leaves Cancer and goes into Leo, where it's much happier. The same day that Mercury goes into Cancer, and Mercury is not very happy in Cancer energy. But at the same time, I think that it balances out our love degrees a lot better when Mars and Venus, A, are not in the same sign, and B, are really happily influenced by aspects to other planets. There's a lot of sort of opening up and exploration and realizing what you deserve and holding on to your integrity that happens next week, late next week, after a really tumultuous opening to next week that is basically making you confront where you're still weak and where you still sort of settle, and where you're still sort of willing to compromise yourself when you shouldn't be willing to compromise yourself anywhere. And those lessons and reminders will come up in the beginning of the week, but I think that they will resolve toward the end of the week. At least the energy is primed for that. Yeah, so you can get deeper into the weekly astrology forecast over on Astrology Motivation. The new Astrology Motivation video will be up on Monday. And then, of course, the daily tarots are over there as well. I post them there, too. So I just want to say thank you. Hi, guys. Hey, what's up, everybody? So, yeah, the color of the day is pink. Today is a day of bountifulness, bounty, happiness, prosperity, of receiving, of being willing to take stuff in. Let's get into the tarot card reading. My speech, ever since Mercury went into retrograde, it's almost like I can't talk. I can't figure out how to get what's in my brain, or to calm my brain down enough to be able to speak. And that's another big theme right now, is that we just feel like we're like supercharged. We have to get things done. We have to, like, we're like in a fucking hurry to get to the next step, but it's like, it's jumbling everything because it's this horrible sense of push while we're being pulled back. And it's very contradictory, and it's basically designed to teach us self-control and limitations. That's what it's designed to teach us. So FYI, also FYI that I have been completely and totally unable to communicate. So we have a little bit of disappointment here, a little bit of not really liking some news that you got, or not liking what you've learned, not appreciating it, and then heading out on your own, being willing to turn. In other words, basically, not liking something, not really having any passion or feeling disinterested in something is what is inspiring you today to go and look elsewhere and try to get try to move yourself into a different direction. This is a lot of money. This is not just a lot of money. This is a person that is very bountiful, but he's also very generous and giving. He's fair, he's decent. Very interesting energy. And then we also have, that's a really nice combination, actually. The Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles is a beautiful combination because she's all about bountifulness. She's all about love. She's all about opening herself up, sharing, caring, giving, really knowing that she has a lot to give. And she's pretty much the personification of unconditional love. And he's sort of the personification of sort of unconditional, I wouldn't say unconditional. Well, he's very self-aware. These are two very mature energies. The issue is that they're facing away from us, which usually means they've got better things to think about. In other words, they're focused on their prize, because they're just not really happy with something that they've heard. So they're focused on their prize, and they aren't really thinking about what other people are doing or saying around them. Also here is the Emperor, which means your future, thinking of your future, putting things together for the future. What does your future look like? This is the central energy, which is a hard energy because it is fair. It's fair. It's the King of Swords he's fair. He's decent. He's honest to a fault. But in this configuration, he thinks he has to do it all by himself. He thinks he has to bear the burden all by himself. And in doing that, he can cause himself a lot of problems. We have here tradition, the Hierophant, maybe marriage. This is Taurus energy, lots of finances, questioning. This is authority. And then we also have the Queen of Swords, which is figuring things out, figuring how to make things work. This is also the Seven of Swords, which is just kind of realizing that you're up against a lot and deciding to almost like looking and seeing that you may have a little bit of a leg up, but you don't have a big leg up. So kind of really like being concerned because you don't feel like you've gotten ahead. I will say this, that's the theme that we just discussed. It's like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. So you put your energy into moving forward, but then something had to draw you back. And you're still a little bit ahead, but you're not as far ahead as what you worked for. So there's a lot of frustration here, a lot of irritation. And what that can do is it can feed into desperation. It can feed into desperation. And that's something to be aware of because we don't want to get desperate. This is cowardliness, not facing your fears, feeling weak, feeling drained, feeling unable to look at something or not want to look at something. This is looking within yourself. This is, of course, the Hermit, taking some time to review things, taking some time to just diligence. This is also a reminder of slow and steady work, of realizing that moving forward, there's still a lot of work that we have to do, and that can feel extremely burdensome right now. Like, okay, why is it still so far to go? And then we have 2 4s. Now, 2 4s mean that you are protected, that there's protective energy around you. It's a reminder of you're being held back right now for your own good. So just look to see of what you can review. Look to see your own stability, maybe why stability matters to you so much. But this is usually just stable energy of you're financially secure, everything is going to be okay, and just being reflective, keeping yourself out of the fray, and thinking about things, trying to be as objective as possible. In other words, trying to understand why you're not moving quickly right now, trying to understand why, you know, things are being denied to you, or maybe you have these opportunities or these enticements right in front of you, but at the same time, nothing seems to be coming through. It's protective. That's 100. Can you hear me? Okay. That's what's going on. It's hard. And this is the one thing in the center to watch out for. That feeling of, but I've got to do something. You don't have to do it. You don't, in fact, you shouldn't. You should try to understand your frustration, figure out where it's coming from. You should continue to do the day by day, the pedantic step by step. You still got more to go. You know, it is a little frustrating, especially when we feel we've put in more time and energy than what we're getting paid back for. But let me just promise you, when I'm looking at the cards, this is kind of protective right now, just an FYI. Even if it doesn't feel that way, we are wanting to take the next step. And honestly, we're ready. And our dreams are out there. But the whole thing is, in part way, they have to come to us. And I'm not that person who says, oh, a miracle is just going to happen. You know, I'm not, unless the energy says it. But this is a sense of, we need to wait for the star to fall. We need to wait for the next sign of where to go. We also need, in some ways, a little bit more inspiration right now. So let's get into, and this is, remember, this is just your daily, so it's not defining your whole freaking week. It really isn't. But this is Friday going into the weekend. So be patient with yourself is what I'm saying. And patience is so difficult. It's one of the, for me, let's put it for me, some people don't feel this way. For me, patience is the most difficult virtue. It is probably where I lack the most stamina, and it makes me desperate. It does. Now is the time for, especially if you have a personality like me, I swear the staircase of life is quite something. It is. I agree with you, Julian. It is extremely something. And sometimes it feels like a stairmaster, you know, like a staircase that you're climbing and your thighs are burning, but you don't actually get anywhere. And you start to say, why the fuck am I on this if I'm not getting anywhere? You know, I think this is the question that you should have to ask yourself right now. Is where you were headed where you're really supposed to be headed and where you really want to go? Because sometimes we're pulled back or held back to make ourselves question, are you really headed in the right direction? You know, like sometimes we're treading water because we're being held back, you know, like, don't go that way. You're swimming out into the ocean and it's not a good direction for you. So something here has to do with protection right now. Finding stability, things should be stabilized. It's this energy of sort of ambition that's underlying all of us right now because of, I think it's Pluto's position to the North Node. It's making us, it's intensifying our need to get things done and get to the other side, and we're not ready for it yet. But it's what I think the purpose of it is to solidify how much we want it. Right? To get that taste in our mouths that we can't get enough of, because we need inspiration to keep heading forward. A lot of us were slipping back into comfort zones, and that isn't good for us. So this is really just making us want the direction we're supposed to be in and we're supposed to be going in. And one of the best ways to make somebody want something is to deny them that. Just an FYI. The energy is gaining momentum. Oh, shit. Yes, it is. The energy is gaining momentum, including toward this new moon that we're heading to. And yeah, it is absolutely gaining momentum. In other words, we are making progress. As much as you feel like you're not, we are making progress. There is momentum here. There is good stuff happening here. It's not like the world is a terrible place suddenly. The end of a tough cycle approaches. This is more good news and time to breathe out. More or less of things are going to be okay. The energy is gaining momentum, meaning the hard work that we've been doing has been creating its own current. And pretty soon we're not going to have to keep working that hard to continue to generate the current. The current will continue to generate itself because everything in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? We have been churning and churning and churning and pushing and pushing and pushing. And soon that we are going to start seeing those breakthroughs, those momentums that are continuously working without us having to constantly be at them. And like, because right now what we're doing is like, we're circling to try to get that tide spinning. And it's like, as soon as we try to take a break, it's like everything fucking like falls to shit. That's not what's going to happen anymore. The energy itself, the momentum itself is enough to carry us for a little while now. And where we are right now is the pace that we worked really hard to get. So we can just take a break in this stirring right now until we're ready to get back to pushing some more. And I think that that's the secret. Right now is a time to sort of take a break and let the momentum that we've already earned carry us for a little bit while everything generates and everything settles into the new cycle that we created. And then we can go back and push harder. But I've said this, and I was saying this to you guys, if you watch the weekly astrology forecast, this is not a good time to push. It's never been a good time to push. It's not a time to try to get momentum to go faster. At the very best, it's maintenance. And at the highest sort of standard quality of like the highest spiritual vibration right now is to enjoy where we are and appreciate how far we've come. This is take time out for enjoyment, take time out for pleasure, take time out for happiness. This will help to alleviate irritations that have been springing up, right? Just because we've gotten so far, we can't break over we can't break over that next point. You know, it's like losing that last 10 pounds, quote unquote. This is a sense of, okay, draw back, stabilize, and then in a month, go back at it. Because it's almost like for right now, the universe is too used to your tricks and it's not responding anymore. We need a bit of a break, right? And then riding, but it's in reverse, which means there's nothing really new coming in, which is like, okay, it's not ready to come in yet. So we need to stabilize and stay here for a second so that we don't miss it when it does come in. What is it? Well, what have you been working on? That's my question. It's a really good question, right? What have you been working on? New beginnings. You see how she's free and liberated from the tethers of her past? This is literally us being able to start something. Start a new phase in our life. Intuition is here. Intuition is on point right now. Intuition is probably our easiest tool, our most valuable tool. It's not really intellect and it's not really pragmatism. It's our intuition is on point right now. So I feel like in some ways our intuition has been telling us you are good, you are okay. But our brain is pushing us, it's forcing us forward. Because that north node is in Gemini and it can overthink itself, especially in relationship to where Pluto is with it now. It's almost like we're overthinking and we're over pushing, and that is not a good thing for us. So use your intuition to understand we are in a different place. Appreciate where you are. Just appreciate where you are right now. Enjoy yourself right now, because there's something in the right now. There's something in the right now that you need to catch, that you need to grab a hold of. You know, it's like, and if you're just churning and churning and churning and trying to create that momentum like you did in a pool when you were a little kid, you're not going to notice or be able to pick up the things floating around you because you're so busy overworking. So it's asking you to just ride the current that you've created so you can start grabbing the abundance that's around you right now. There's abundance that you're missing because you're pushing and trying to overwork. FYI. FYI. In other words, you've already found something. You've already found something. You already have access to something, but you're missing it because you're not appreciating how far you've come. And it's probably because of fear. It's probably because if I don't keep working hard, I'm going to lose everything that I've created. But that's not true. You are not going to lose everything that you've created. You have solidified what you have created. And that's what this means. You have stabilized what you've created. Now just like give yourself time to refuel. We have, look at being carried, having fun, enjoy the moment. But this is also a warning. Be careful of who you're around, because there is a sense of people that might exploit you. This is people you can trust. Just be around people that you can trust. You don't want to be around people that are shady. In other words, there could be some compromised situations that we get into, especially in this energy. Now, what does that mean for us? I think what it means is, well, this card is interesting. I don't know what the fuck it means. Why do these two come out together? To be honest with you, I feel like it's when we went to clubs when we were kids. It's like we got into stupid shit. Good memories are created when crazy shit happens. And that's almost what's happening. We're just having good times and letting things roll. We might not be around the best, but I don't think so. I think it feels like somebody's trying to take something from you. It feels like somebody's trying to take something from you and steal something from you, but the truth is you're protected. Everything is fine. You've got this. You're protected by you. These stupid petty motherfuckers are trying to take something from you. It is nothing that you can't replace in a heartbeat, or it's nothing that really nobody can take from you anything valuable right now, is what I'm saying. So it's really not anything to worry about, is what these two cards coming out together are saying. Okay. Okay. I am gifted. I am sealed. In other words, all that you are, all that your talents are, recognizing your talent, enjoying it, appreciating it, loving it, having a good time with it. And people know that. People you've guaranteed yourself notoriety. You've guaranteed yourself appreciation. You've guaranteed yourself a certain level of success. You are. People know it. You've established it. People are aware. It's not that you can't grow your success or get better, but it's that you have it. It's sealed. It's done. It's guaranteed. A certain level of your talents, your skills, your success, your achievements is locked in. Nobody can take that from you. This is another reminder. Nobody's taking that from you. You're good. Enjoy how far you've come. Enjoy what you've earned. Now is the time to really enjoy what you've earned, because you have to appreciate yourself. You have to recognize that you have changed. Dolphin, don't worry, be happy. I mean, that says it all. There's really nothing more to say when this card comes out. This is a time for playfulness and to enjoy where you are out. Think of it as a vacation, right? Turn off your fucking cell phone when you go to the Caribbean island, right? Seriously, turn off your fucking cell phone. You've left the number for the hotel with the people who are most important to you. And if there is an actual emergency, they can call and they can talk to front desk. You are not available right now. Right now, you are in the right now. And anything that is distracting you from the right now, you need to get that the fuck out of your life. Choices, make the best choices. The best choices are in the present moment, are listening to your intuition and what is right and what you know to be correct. Even if it seems weird, even if you're overthinking it and you want, let me get a second opinion, or let me look here. That's just distraction. If it feels right and your intuition is on point, please understand that you just have to go for it and you have to trust it. And this is what's right for right now. Right now is the only moment you're supposed to be in. Please don't let anything else distract you. The distraction is where you're going to overextend yourself and maybe overspend, maybe try too hard, do too much, make things convoluted, stress yourself out. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Please know I deserve peace. I deserve healing. I deserve peace. I deserve health. I deserve happiness. I deserve tranquility right now. Deep knowing. There you go. Deep knowing. That's your intuition. That's your psyche. That's your universal knowing and understanding that everything is going to be okay. That's your quiet place where there's always tranquility that you can go to. That's your direct connection to spirit. And then TikTok. Check that out. Deep knowing of timing. Up here, especially with Mercury retrograde, timing's a little bit off right now. But there's a deep knowing of timing, and you know that you're in the right place right now. You're where you want to, you're where you need to be, even if you're not where you want to be. No place like home. Amen. That's like no place like home. There's no place like just be here. Staycation. You don't have to go and create some big elaborate vacation. There's no place like being exactly where you are to take what you need based on what you already have and what you've earned. It's like, stop saying you're hungry when you've got a refrigerator filled with food. You have everything that you need. And it's like Dorothy. There's no place like fucking home. Everything you need, you have always had. It's like you're going through this craziness of Oz just to realize you already have what you need. You already have everything right at your fingertips. It's there for you and it's good. Ooh, I'm sorry if I'm yelling, but it's flowing right now, okay? Michelle, you are on fire. I am, girl. I feel like I'm on fire. I feel it. And it's like as soon as I got into the flow and connected with my intuition, my psyche, all of a sudden my words came easy. It's when I'm overthinking shit. I swear to God. Ooh. Better stop. Hold up. Love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. You know, when I've been getting this energy a lot, and there might be somebody coming back from your past, and I will say this is not return of the exes. Exes are exes for a reason. Don't take those motherfuckers back. But this would be somebody that you always wanted but never got a chance with. That's what if somebody's returning from your past, that's the person. It's like somehow you were just two ships passing in the night and didn't fucking happen. Did anybody fucking watch the Friends reunion on HBO Max? Did anybody watch it? Like that's the kind of revelation to realize that Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer actually had a real bona fide crush on each other when they were playing like those first couple of years of Ross and Rachel. That chemistry was on point and real. That's the kind of revelations that start to come out in this energy. Is recognizing there were feelings there that were always there, and now you're finally knowing them and understanding them and realizing them. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get together, because what if you're in a happy relationship now? But it does mean that you know that it's been validated, that the feelings were there, that somebody really cared about you, that you cared about them. And I do feel like for a lot of people that those are definitely feelings that you're going to be able to act on now, because this is a really beautiful energy to finally be honest with how you love, with who you love, and to feel real comfortable, honestly, in love and in trying out new people, new things, as well as sort of, kind of like it's like missed opportunities syncing up and becoming current opportunities. This Mercury retrograde isn't just about reviewing old shit. It's about, because of Pluto and Saturn's behavior, it's also about whatever was missed and shouldn't have been, presenting it to you as a new opportunity. So this could actually be a really beautiful time to fall in love, especially with a person that for some reason you couldn't be with at that time. I'm just letting you know, this is I'm reading the charts, and it's kind of on point, and it's really, I mean, it's just really beautiful energy. Like I said, I don't think this is exes, right? Unless, of course, you and your ex broke up, you changed your life, you changed who you were, you grew, and you're different, and you're coming back together as sort of different people or renewed versions of yourself. That's different, but that's very rare. Most of the time, I think this is just a missed opportunity. That's what I'm feeling. Like people coming back from your past that were missed opportunities, that for some reason it just, you know, he was dating her and she was dating him, and like it's like you liked each other but you never got to really connect with each other, or somehow there was just a disconnect, and there wasn't supposed to be. So in other words, the universe is writing itself, especially where love and romance is coming around. So I think if you feel like you've always missed the love boat, you've always been left out, it's going to come and pick you up next week. It really is. And this energy is gearing up for it. And I really love this energy. So yeah, let's get into your angel readings. Ooh, I don't want to give anybody false hopes, but I don't think I am. This also, I will tell you though, there's also going to be this review, you know, of sort of conflicts, working out issues from your past relationships, maybe with this new person or because of this new person coming in, and it's like, wow, this love was always there for me. Maybe I'd always gotten this wrong, or I didn't have to cling or be so desperate or jump into something like it was my only option. It will teach you those lessons that actually help you be more loving and be more open. It's not trying to teach you lessons punitively this time. It's trying to teach you lessons that encourage you to expand, to grow, and to believe in the universe again, as opposed to not trust it and close yourself off. It doesn't want that. It wants us to reconnect. That's what it's trying to help us do. Fear. I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present time. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. Protection. You are safe. Do not fear. And that's what we got with those 2 4s at the end. 2 4s at the end. No. Sign language is 2 4s. Yeah. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. So you're protected by unconditional love. And really by your environment, by your universe. No bad things. Mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. Really interesting. I'm just saying, being compassionate to yourself and to others is really going to help right now. Trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. This is a time to trust, because the universe is really trying to write everything for you, and you have to allow it to happen. I love you guys. TGIF. Thank you so much for coming with me and spending this time with me. I'm so grateful every time. You know, I know my readings are quick, but the bottom line is I like to get to the point. And I'm so grateful that you're even showing up. And I hope you have a great weekend. Remain open, remain faithful, remain in the moment. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.